How's it going, everyone? This is DoctorJefe, and welcome to another Crusader Kings 3 tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to survive as a one-province tribal ruler. Now, this is one of the hardest starts in the game. And I'm saying it's not the hardest because I do believe tribal rulers do have some benefits that clan and feudal rulers don't have. Namely, the fact that you can use prestige to pay for men-at-arms, and you also have the Conquer Casus Belli. Why would you choose to be a one-province ruler? There's some benefits. The one is that you have no vassals to worry about when you start off, so that may be somewhat useful if you're a new player who doesn't know the vassal system that well, but, you know, just be a 3 or 4 province ruler in that case. You know, you don't have to be a 1 province ruler. But there is that nice sense of pride that you get once you form your kingdom or empire, knowing that you started off as one of the hardest starts, going from a 1 province count to controlling a whole kingdom or even a whole empire. Now, let's talk about choosing where you start. Now, if you have a specific country in mind, you know, this section won't really apply to you, but say you want to play as a certain faith or a certain culture, then in that case you may have a couple options. So say we wanted to play as a Sao Bori ruler, and we have 3 different starts we can go with. We can go with Kotoku, Kera, and Garua. Sorry if I butchered those names. Now, in terms of where I would want to start, I wouldn't want to start up here as Kotoko. We're right next to Kanem. They're a huge country, have way more soldiers than we do. Very easy for them to come in and take us over, no matter how good of a start we have. That leaves us with Garua and Kera. They're very similar, but I would probably tend more towards Garua because you only have 2 neighbors, which makes it less likely for more raiders to come in, sack your town. So let's start with Garua. Now, once you start, you're going to want to look to marry for alliances. Hopefully your ruler or your child is unmarried, so you can get some alliances. Here we can marry the Shawata Dora, get us an alliance with the Chiefdom of Dora. Now that's really useful in that you gain the alliances and your neighbors will not be able to have an alliance. Very, very strong. Second thing you're going to want to do is to choose a lifestyle, and it's going to be martial. No matter what other benefits you have, you're going to want the martial lifestyle. You're going to want the perks such as Bellum Justum, which will allow you to expand much more quickly because the Casus Belli cost will be cheaper. You're also going to want to serve the crown to increase that control growth. So your newly taken over territories will increase in control, which means you're going to get more taxes and levies more quickly. Now, before you choose your lifestyle focus, you may want to raise your military just to see what kind of commander you have. If you're the best commander, it may be beneficial to go ahead and choose the chivalry focus, giving you more prowess, which may allow you to become a better commander. So let's select it in this case. Other options are choosing authority focus. Getting that control growth is going to be super useful, and probably after you've expanded a little bit, you're going to want to switch off of chivalry or strategy into authority. If you have another good military leader that isn't you, the ruler, going into strategy is a good idea just for that base martial bonus. So let's select that chivalry focus. We can now see if we switch to us as the commander, we have 19. That's going to be really good for any battles that we go into. In this case, if you are the commander, you may want to get a point in Stalwart Leader, giving you more prowess, making you a better leader, and also reduces the risk of commanding armies so that you're less likely to die in battle. But hopefully we're not going to be losing any battles, which is going to really reduce the chance that we are going to die in battle. Okay, so we've married for an alliance, we've chosen our lifestyle. The next thing you're going to want to do before you unpause is create your men-at-arms regiments. Now you're going to want to spend as much prestige as you can on these men-at-arms regiments. So let's get one group of bowmen, one group of skirmishers. We're going to increase the size. Now we're going to want to make sure we have at least 75 prestige left, because that's what we're going to need to call our ally into this war. Now we could do a decision to go for call for a hunt, but let's not do that. Let's just only get... Got our alliance, that's perfect. But we'll get 3 men-at-arms regiments groups. This is going to increase our military might. Now, we're going to unpause, let the game roll forward a little bit so that our men-at-arms increase. We get some more soldiers. By spending very heavily early... Oh, nice. So we got more prestige from our marriage, which is great, so we can increase this again. The AI will also build men-at-arms, but they usually only get 1 regiment. So getting 4 of them is going to give us a great boost to our military strength, and it looks like we're going to want to do our first war against our neighbors here in Wandala. We're going to want to do wars in areas that'll get us a duchy title. So trying to take over all these lands in Wandala is going to be our first priority. We also want to make sure that we're doing wars against other people of the same faith. The reason for this is that when we declare the war, it's going to cost piety instead of prestige. And as we can see, prestige is a very valuable resource in not only paying for our men-at-arms, but also calling our allies into war. And now we have enough money so that we could call a hunt if we wanted to. And actually, let's spend some more on increasing the size of our men-at-arms, since we're going to get some more prestige. So let's, we don't want to spend our prestige, so we'll do this challenge. There's no way we're going to die, but we could get wounded, which would be pretty unfortunate. Thankfully, we got Slaying the Beast, Hunting Trophy, which gives us, I believe, more prestige per month, which is really good. We've gained 150 prestige, now we don't have to worry about having that 75 for our first war. So again, just let a couple months tick, maybe even a full year, in order to make sure that your men-at-arms get reinforced. And then once we have a army which is basically equal to or of a greater size than our enemy, we're going to go to war against them. And in fact, we could probably start this war right now, since our ally has so much more military strength. And we can actually just sit on our hills here. We have a good defensive terrain, and we have probably a better military commander than they do, so we can just wait for our ally to come over here and aid us in our war against this guy. As you can see, they have no alliances. What you're going to want to do from time to time is check to see if your son and heir can get a marriage for an alliance. Since they can't right now, we don't need to worry about it. So let's declare the war, conquer the county. We'll raise all of our army right here, sit on these hills to make sure that they can't come in and siege our capital. If you get sieged, and this is why starting as a one province ruler is so dangerous and so difficult, is that if they siege your territory, it's game over for you. They automatically win the war and they take your land, and basically game over. No coming back from that. So you have to play a little bit more defensively as a one province ruler. Now let's make sure we call our ally to this war. Otherwise, you know, what was the point of gaining that alliance? Nice, they're bringing in 900 more soldiers. In fact, our army right here probably is better than their army currently. Commander So, he only has 12 commander ability. So let's go in and see if we can actually siege our enemy right now. And he's probably going to move around to try and come to our capital, which is fine. We'll let him go there, because we want to trap him somewhere where we can do a good fight, a beneficial fight. This will enable us to knock him out, which will allow us to siege his lands without having to worry about him having enough soldiers to be able to siege our holding. So let's come down here. It says it's even, but I really don't think that's gonna be true. We have more soldiers, we have a better commander, also we have our allies coming in. This fight is in the bag for us. Here we can see the advantages in our favor. We have way more soldiers. This battle, easy win for us. Great. The nice thing about having an ally in this war is that they will continue to hunt down our enemy army now that they're at such a small size that our ally can beat them at any point. And that's fine. We want them to keep beating up this enemy army so that we can siege their holdings. Fortunately, this holding is getting looted, which means that we're going to get way less taxes from it once we do take it for ourselves, but that's just part of life, playing as a tribal ruler. Even if they come and try to siege our land, we already have such a high advantage in siege progress. Also, nicely, we have enough soldiers so that they can't siege our lands. This must be from the increased military presence, so that was lucky on our part. But even if we didn't get it, it would have been fine. Here we see our ally is going to go and chase them down while we siege their capital. Hopefully we can get some prisoners. That'd be great. Ransoming those prisoners will give us a huge influx to our gold. So actually, let's sit here and complete this siege, even though we have 100% war score. Nice. We've captured so many people right here. This is great. Let's see how much money this leader has. He has 48 gold. Okay. Can we ransom enough prisoners for that? Apparently not. This guy doesn't even want to ransom those guys, so hopefully we'll get someone better. Someone more valuable to this chief that we can ransom for some gold. Oh man, this is unfortunate. So we have this raiding party coming in here. Let's see. We could beat them, which would be really good. Actually, 21 days. We probably won't get there in time. Them raiding us is going to hugely reduce the amount of gold that we can get. However, let's ransom off some of these people. We're not going to get much, though. Anyone else we can ransom? Nope. Okay, let's enforce our demands here. So we gain this land. What we're going to want to do right away is increase the county control. Let's give it a day to tick over. Unfortunately, also getting raided decreases the county control here, so that's a bummer. And now there's not really any point in chasing this guy down. The damage has already been done. Alright, so we've won our first war, which is great. That's the most dangerous part over. And now we're just going to keep on expanding and taking over lands, beating up our weak neighbors. So this guy's really weak. We could start another war right away in order to gain some more land. And you can see that even though we don't have any taxes here because of control, we still do have increased levies. Levies are only decreased by 50% due to low control. So our total number of soldiers has gone up a lot. Alright, let's declare our war over here. This guy has no allies. We'll conquer the county. Always make sure to put your military as close as possible so you can raise them all there and actually hopefully jump on the enemy before they get a chance to escape from their main holding. And if you can do something like that where you capture them right away, that's awesome. What we could do is just end the war right now, but actually I think it'd be better to ransom him and get his gold. That gives us almost enough gold to create our duchy. So in order to create the duchy of Wandala, we're gonna need, oh, we have enough right now, 75 gold. Nice. Oh no. Okay, so what happened there was apparently my wife was taken as probably in that raid, and now she was taken as a concubine, which is pretty unfortunate. So we're gonna have to find another spouse. Unfortunately, that means we won't have any spouses who are giving us a alliance. However, we can probably try and find someone who can give us some prestige gain. Oh, look at all these potential alliances. What was going on there where it was saying we couldn't get any alliances before? Potential alliance with the High Chiefdom of Kanem? Sounds great. That's a huge boost to us. Actually, let's see if we can marry this guy off for some alliance power. Chiefdom of Tumak. I mean, that seems fine. We don't need to expand into them right away. Alright, this war is over. So we've taken their lands. We can disband this army. So in order to deal with having too many lands, we're now going to want to create a duchy so we can give out some of these to our, soon-to-be vassals. Not have to deal with this over the domain limit penalty. So thankfully, we have enough gold to create the Duchy of Wandala. And oh, it's cheaper because, wow, our character had a lot of diplomat perks already chosen, which I didn't actually look at from beforehand. We may have wanted to go and reset these perks, but this is actually fine right now. So yeah, let's create this duchy. Normally it's 125 gold. Thankfully our ruler spawned with some good perks already chosen. A nice thing also is that you gain 300 prestige, so you might as well max out the men-at-arms that you have. Now we can give one of these lands to one of our children. Let's also make sure that we increase control here. And the nice thing about giving these lands away, especially to our heir, who's going to inherit these lands after we die, is that he will also be able to increase control definitely more quickly than we would have to worry about it. Still not 5 years, so we can't change to authority focus. We do have a perk, so actually getting this increased control growth may be what we want to do. However, considering that we're already at our domain limit, we may want to get Bellum Justum so that we can expand more quickly. But yes, so now that we have our duchy, we have 3 provinces, we are out of the most dangerous phase. Next steps would be going to create this kingdom. We need 4 more counties to do it, but yeah, you're out of the dangerous phase. You're now into the phase where you can keep expanding, keep doing wars. Your allies, your neighbors, they may have some allies, but you do as well. Just make sure that you keep on expanding. Fighting people who don't have allies while you do may be a better way to keep on expanding. But yeah, just keep going for it, and eventually, you're going to have your kingdom, you're going to have your empire, and you're going to be out of that, one person can just come, conquer, and knock you out. So yeah, this is how to survive as a tribal ruler. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, or if there's anything else that you would want me to show you in a video, please let me know in the comments below. Until next time, do remember, as always, to take care of yourself.